Right, hello and welcome back to another video. This is a quick little update on a few things that are going on behind the scenes and things that will be coming up shortly. So, stay tuned. Right, so as you can see, I've got one delivery of two from Autodoc. Very good pricing, very good parts, I think. Obviously they're not as good as OEM, but near enough the same thing. But yeah, we're going to dive into here. There's some other parts in here that aren't from Autodoc, that are from eBay and Amazon. And I'm going to go through them all, basically giving you an outline of what will be going on in the next few weeks. Well, few weeks to months. Right, so I got this box about a week ago. Ordered it about a week before that, so it's not too bad seeing as what's going on in the world. So anyway, we'll dive right in. In here, we have some brake cleaner, a couple of bottles of that, which is obviously a bit of a consumable. We have some 4mm vacuum hose, silicone from, I think it was Ram Air. That's to do a N249 delete. A secondary air intake delete will be done alongside that as well, so it'll be like a double video, 2-in-1. So there's that. Then we have nothing in that envelope. What's in this one? Now this one should be resistors. There you go. These are, I think, 330 ohm resistors. These are so that you don't get an engine light when you delete the N249 valve, which is like the boost controller. I think that's the N112, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to be making a little circuit board up for these and some pins so they look a bit cleaner on the install. And then when the car gets mapped, I'll have them mapped out. Yeah, some little resistors, got to be careful with those. And what else do we have in? We have the secondary air intake blanking plate. Obviously that's so that, well, it will still throw a fault code, but that's to make sure it's all sealed off and it's not going to be an issue anymore. So we have that. We also have two new top mounts. They're notorious on the Polos for going, and mine are absolutely shot. So yeah, we've got one here, got another one in that box, I haven't opened it. And then we've also got the top bearing too. See, so as you turn the suspension, that turns with it. That comes a set, you might as well change it both at the same time. So I believe so, it goes around like that, it goes around like that. So yeah, we've got two of them to do. Obviously for that job, we're going to need some spring compressors, so I've got hold of some of them. What else we got in here? We have these two. Now these are brake caliper pistons, brand new ones, and they will be going in these. These are a pair of standard calipers that I've had quite a while actually. They're very dirty, and they need new cylinders. Well, they needed new pistons to go inside. The old ones were shot, they were rusty and they were seizing. Now these aren't going to be the be all and end all videos, but a lot of people are quite worried about working with brake systems, and they should be, because obviously they stop your car, they stop you from dying. So, but always be cautious. But I'm going to show you how to overhaul a simple brake system with these. Obviously there's two of them, one for each side. Put that over there. Now we can go there. And then we have a few tools that I needed. This is a 1/2-inch drive spline, M14 by 55. That is so that we can get into, well, we can get the actual pinch bolt out of the suspension towel, or the hub. And I got a slightly longer one as well from Autodoc. I've got them as well. A little Silvertech swan neck spanner. We've got a 21 on one side, I think a 23 on the other. Yeah, 23. It's the 21 we need to get onto the tower to get the top of the top mount off. Yeah, I've got that as well. And then lastly, well, in this box anyway, lastly we have a sashes. We have a little dust cover kit. We have a little dust cover kit for the suspension itself. Obviously these are quite soft and they go, and the car's done quite a lot of mileage, so it's worth replacing. Alright, that's them ones. And then I've got a few other things to show you. Right, so here we have a little bit of a lighting upgrade. These are LED side lights to replace the standard halogen lights. Now I did buy some slightly long ones. I think they were like 12 LEDs. I think there's what, 4, 8, 9, yeah, and there's like 10, 11, 12, 13. I did buy longer ones and they didn't fit. Something to do with where it was the housing, they couldn't get into the housing properly. So I got these slightly shorter ones and they will be installed soon. I also got these. These are, I'm going to need 2 hands for this I think. Bear with me. Yeah, these are H7 adapters for the bulbs that are currently installed. That they are LED, I will show you them soon. They're okay, they're not great, they're not quite as good as a HID kit, but they don't get as hot. So they don't burn the reflectors. Whereas obviously these are okay, but the throw on them's not great. Anyway, these are to make sure they sit in the actual headlight unit themselves securely. At the moment they're not. They've got some smaller ones on it and you go over a bump too heavily and they go flying, which obviously isn't safe and probably isn't legal. But anyway, that's a little headlight upgrade coming up and they will be on the car very shortly. Now before we go any further, I'm going to say very kindly for you, if you would subscribe and like the channel. We are currently at 181 subscribers and we have been doing very well recently, but we're aiming for the 250 goal, and if we get there, I might even possibly do a giveaway. So obviously like, subscribe and carry on watching the video. Right, and now these are some lower arm bolts, because we are going to be changing the lower arms and polybushing them as well the next few weeks. These are the pinch bolts that I spoke about earlier, which require these. This is an M14. They pinch the bottom of the suspension strut and keep from going anywhere. Inside here as well, obviously you get the pinch bolt for the suspension, which obviously that goes in. You obviously get the 21mm nut on top of the actual tower itself that holds the top, well, that holds the strut onto the top mount, and then you get the 3 bolts which holds. You get the 3 bolts which hold the actual top mount to the actual chassis itself. These are from VW bolts, so I'll put a link for literally all of this stuff in the description. Well, this is the stuff you've seen so far and the stuff coming up. And if you want to do the work yourself, then obviously literally there will be a supply, or there will be a list of things that you need. Got 2 packs of them, so that's just a duplicate of them. And also this is why we got the 21mm spanner, so we can hold on to that while the shaft itself, obviously, so the shaft can't move, because obviously you've got to get an Allen wrench on top as well, an Allen key to crack it off. So a little bit of forward plan in there. You could probably wing it with a normal spanner, but you wouldn't want to, not use suspension. It's quite important, keeps you literally on the road. So right, on to the next thing. Right, so these are next on the agenda. These are brand new lower arms. I've got these for an absolute steal. I think they're like £15 each. And these have been fitted with the lower polybush on the front. These are a simple, get the old one out and put the new one in. There is a video on that. I'll link it up in the top right hand corner up here. And obviously this is the rear one. And these big ones from PSB, problem solving bushes on eBay. Well, again, the link will be in the description if you so wish to have them. The video will be coming up soon where this has to go in the lower, like in the chassis, in the actual subframe control arm, I believe it is, or the rear one, and then obviously that goes on there like that, So difficult to do with one hand and in 34-degree heat. So absolutely sweating right now. So yeah, that goes like that goes like that. That's obviously the ball joint, and then this is where these new bolts come in, which again is going to take 2 hands to open. So yeah, that'll be the lower arm, a bit like that, and this will have a new stretch bolt going in through there, like that. Obviously, it will be mounted to the car. But yeah, that's another upcoming video. So far, I've got about 10, 15. Just accumulation of parts really, and obviously the weather right now is absolutely scorching. So it's as much as I'd like to be working on the car, it's just going to be horrible. Right, we're nearly there. These, obviously, these were tried. Oh, I attempted to fit these before, but once I come off, once I didn't, because one of the actual bolts holding onto the chassis would not come loose for love nor money, and it was about 10-15 mil away from the actual fuel filler neck, so I couldn't get a blowtorch on it or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to get some like stud extractors or some easy outs to get around it and obviously pull it off. But these will be going on the car. I'm looking at possibly getting coilovers in the next few weeks or the next few months. So I might wait until the coilovers come before I even attempt this, because it's going to be an absolute nightmare by the looks of things. Yeah, so we've got 2 of these, so one for each side. We've got these to upgrade, so that's another video. And then finally, last but not least, at the moment, we're going to be upgrading the rear brakes to Audi TT, or I think it's V5 Golf, Mark IV Golf. Rear brakes, they are vented. Obviously the standard 9N3 GTI ones are solid. These are a bit of an aesthetic upgrade. I don't think they do a lot more, but my current ones, they seize all the time. I think I've changed the rear ones about, I don't know, 2 or 3 times now, and it's just getting beyond a joke. So I've bought these brackets from them, bought some brand new calipers. I need to get some more discs and some more pads, and I'm waiting on the braided lines, and then we will be upgrading them as soon as we can. And then obviously I'll be working on the front brakes, and after that there's not a lot else to do on running gear wide. Well, on actual running gear. All focus will be diverted on that, which is the engine I currently have in build, and behind it down there, behind all them exhaust headers or exhaust pipes, is a new gearbox ready for a quaff diff and a full rebuild. So on the horizon there is a lot of work to be done. Obviously the engine will be a good 6-month project as it is, because of cost and time. But yeah, literally we've got light upgrade, we've got new brakes being refurbished, we've got rear brakes going on, we've got Polybush in the front end. I've got anti-roll bar bushes as well, Polybush Black Series from Powerflex. They're on order as well. We're going to be refreshing the front suspension. We're going to be deleting things we don't need. Oh, there's also an evap kit on the way and a oil catch tank. All the boats, resistors to backlight to make sure the lights come up, or no engine lights come up. We've got a secondary injection blanking plate, so that won't be causing issues anymore. New suspension at the back, new top mounts, and obviously some tools to add to the toolkit. So yeah, the next 6 months or so, the next 6 months to a year, will be absolutely full on for the channel. So as I said before, thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, then please subscribe. It's going to really help me out. I really think we can make a go of this. I'm loving it more and more every day. It's just obviously time and money, making sure you have enough content to go out every week. But yeah, honestly, I'm really enjoying this now. Really enjoying this. So please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.